Welcome to the Eye of the Storm. I am your host, Dale Thunderstorm, and tonight we're going to be talking about the WWE. Tonight was one of their pay-per-views, and this was the Hell in the Cell pay-per-view. So we're going to be running down all the matches that took place there, and hopefully you'll enjoy it. Appreciate you watching at least this long. So keep on watching. Hopefully, again, you like it. First match on the card was for the Raw Women's title, and the cage was down. So the cage was down, so once they get inside that cage, it is anything goes between the two. And they actually started outside the cage because Sasha stayed out there and Becky Lynch got attacked out there, and Sasha beat her up outside the cage. Then they got in there, wrapped everything up. It was a great match. This was absolutely the match of the night. This was a 5-star. That's right, I'm giving it 5 stars because these two ladies put it all out there on the line, and it's the most awesome way the WWE has started a show in a long time. The one part when they was locking up the cage and everything, I enjoyed the fact that Becky Lynch got that chain and put it around her wrist and then nailed her a couple of times. They used chairs, they used kendo sticks. They had chairs with kendo sticks in the cage. It was really a great match here. At the end of the match, the winner of it was Becky Lynch. She walks out with the Raw Women's title. Still, again, it was a great match and a great way to start. Next up for Hell in the Cell. Well, it's going to be hard to match the brutality of the anything goes, no restrictions Hell in the Cell match. But the next one was a tornado tag match. Roman Reigns, Daniel Bryan against Luke Harper and Eric Rowan. Lots of back and forth in this. The big guys, Rowan and Harper, took over for a little bit and did what big guys do. They beat up the little guy, which in this case was Daniel Bryan. Nothing special about this match. I would give this one 2. The first one got 5 because it was all out great. This one got 2 because it was just an average match, kind of. It ended up with when Roman Reigns pinned Luke Harper, and so he got the win. Then we had a promo from the king of promos, Seth Rollins. God, even saying that out loud puts me to sleep. I hate Seth Rollins and his promos. Again, I don't hate him in the ring. I hate him doing promos and talking on the microphone. It's a good thing there was a football game on so I could at least flip it once Seth starts talking. Then I was looking at and seeing what our next match was. It's a surprise. You don't do surprise matches on a pay-per-view. You do them at house shows, and you might mix one in on a TV event. But Randy Orton versus Ali, the build-up was Randy Orton saying, remember that time that I hurt you and you were out of the title picture? Remember that time? Yeah? Let's do it again. Again, nothing against either one of them. They're both great in-ring workers, but there was just no reason from a fan standpoint, that I should even be getting involved in that match. 1 star. Because of that fact. It was not good. Next up, to try and raise the bar back up, because the women did such an awesome job starting it. Well, this one we had the tag team titles are on the line here for the women. And that meant Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defending those against the Kabuki Warriors. So Asuka and Kairi Sane came out there, and it was a good match. It went again back and forth. It was good. The part that raised it a little bit more was the fact that we got to see the return of the mysterious mist. Yes, in the shades of the great Muta and the great Kabuki, Asuka spit the green mist out and then got the win. We have new women's tag team champions. Congratulations to the Kabuki Warriors. That was a good match again. I liked it. I gave it 3, and then because of the fact that the Green Mist came out, I will up that to 4. They get a rating of 4 for that match. I'm very happy to see that. Next, being told by the WWE that it's going to be the Viking Raider whatevers, and they're going to take on the OC, which means they're going to bring out a mystery partner. But usually a mystery partner is not just someone who's not scheduled to be there. It's just someone that you don't know and don't expect. This was just a regular. The big man, Braun Strowman, came out to be their partner. Only thing I can say is AJ Styles is awesome. Absolutely awesome. And he sold the big right hand from Braun Strowman like nobody does. I mean, it was just a nice job to see that. I almost feel bad about even having any kind of rating for this match. Promo came up next with the Street Profits. Boring, and that's rare because usually theirs are pretty good, but this one was boring. They did some 24/7 stuff there, which I always like the 24/7 stuff, but still, we're ready for the next match. The next match was King Corbin versus Chad Gable. 2. And those 2 is going to go ahead and take us to it's just nothing special about that match. Next up, the SmackDown Ladies Championship. Bayley defends against Charlotte Flair. This one was not in Hell of a Cell. So this one just was going on in the ring. And both ladies did well. I mean, this one was this was 4 markings for it. 4 Thunder Strikes. 4 Thunderbolts. 4 Lightning Bolts. Not the 5 that the first match got, but then they didn't get to bring down the whole cage idea in this. So, bottom line is, congratulations to our brand new SmackDown Ladies Champion. Charlotte Flair walked out with the title, and she will continue to have that title as they go to Friday Night SmackDown. Again, though, it was a very good, strong match. And that will take us to our main event. Our main event is Seth Rollins versus The Fiend. Number 1, they shot it with nothing but red lights for the background and everything, which is weird because seeing The Fiend is worth it. So putting him all in red really kind of hid him out of this. So again, the lighting on it, it was horrible. And if you watch it on the WWE Network, you've seen that. Any kind of photos that they've done from that, they were horrible too. Still, it was a great little conflict here. Good little match. Seth Rollins did about 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 curb stomps on him. He used kendo sticks. Bray Wyatt used his big square hammer that he has in the funhouse. This was inside the Hell in the Cell. Anything goes. Which is weird because Seth got under the ring and he got a sledgehammer. And the referee warned him not to use the sledgehammer. Vastly disappointing, WWE. The reason to have this match is so anything goes. I mean, I guess it was just because maybe that was Triple H's thing, and you're not allowed to do a Triple H thing without him signing off on it. That actually sounds probably pretty accurate on it, but the match was stopped. And the match was stopped because he got that sledgehammer out, and he actually had The Fiend covered in a bunch of chairs and used that on the chairs and hit down on the Fiend. I mean, the crowd was behind the Fiend the whole match. They booed the moves that Seth Rollins did. Even his curb stomps, they was booing those. The Fiend was over. The Fiend was being cheered. When this happened and they stopped the match, the crowd started chanting, we want a refund, which that was all right. I mean, I didn't mind that. They also chanted AEW, which again that was funny. That was funny. I mean, I liked that happening, and it was happening live, and there was no way they could blank it out. So when we get to see the tons and tons of replays of this, we'll see what kind of soundtrack the WWE puts in there. Because they don't want to have their fans heard saying, we want a refund, or anything like that. But that does wrap that show up. I give the overall show a big no, I didn't like it at all. And, thank God the ladies were on it, was the only thing that you can really say. And we will close this out. Again, thank you for, if you're still watching, I appreciate it. My name is Dale Storm. This has been the Eye of the Storm.
Here we go now.
We'll see you next time.